What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Wars, the number one debate show on YouTube, on the Warzone Sports Network. And as you can tell, the show just got better because Mike on the mic is not here tonight. Taking his spot is the one and only Tony Tucker. That means Mike gets an L automatically. We'll give you the win, Tony, but Mike gets the L automatically.
Oh man, I thought people were rushing to just to they're like, finally, Mike got better looking. His arguments are clearer and smarter, more cohesive. Can't even handle it. I know that if he's watching this right now, he's like, don't talk shit about me. Don't. But yes, Michael's out enjoying his life, being young and having fun. And Joe and I are here decaying.
I might be able to promise one thing.
Debate some NFL.
No Charger talk.
What?
Oh, geez. Well, I thought it was going to be better, folks, but we got a lot of topics coming up. We got our MVP if the season ended now. We got the winner of Monday night's game. So you don't even have to turn in Monday night because we got the winner for you tonight. And then the last topic is, should the Browns get rid of Baker Mayfield? And I promise no Charger talk. And Tony's still putting that up, but
let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone.
Yeah, Friday night war zone. Kind of cut it short because me and Tony don't want to sit here for an hour and look at Mike's face. We just want to get done. We want to get to the topics that we're at. Boda Sports in the house. What's up, Boda? All right, Tony. I think you said that I can go first on this topic. Right.
Which one are we doing first? MVP?
MVP.
You can go first on whatever one you want.
You could tell Mike made these graphics. You could tell who he thinks we're gonna pick. But I don't think those graphics are right.
Nah,
so I'm gonna go with
this hombre.
I'm probably gonna shock you here, Tony. All right, I'm gonna start it off. If the season ended today, that's what we're talking about. Who would the MVP be? Right, the MVP today. Not 4 weeks from now or whatever, whenever the season starts. But I'm gonna surprise you, Tony. I'm gonna probably shock everybody, and I'll probably get a lot of pushback for this. I'll probably get some people going, "What the hell are you talking about?" But
go ahead. I think you're gonna pick mine.
I don't know. I don't think so. This guy's missed a couple games already this year.
Okay,
maybe so he's up, but when he's on the field, he elevates his teammates, Tony. And he's kind of been written off. I'm going to give a little bit of hints and see if you can come up with it. I usually hate giving awards to quarterbacks, right? But I'm going to give it to the guy. He's a quarterback. This quarterback has his offense rolling right now. They're doing things that they couldn't do with a so-called MVP quarterback of 17 years in the league. If you haven't guessed it by now, Tony, my MVP at this moment would be Colts quarterback Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and the Colts had Jonathan Taylor last year, right? He's been able to get Jonathan Taylor and take that game to the next level. Why? Because teams are now worried about the quarterback position. They're not worried about what that passing game is going to do, and it's leaving Jonathan Taylor wide open lanes. Sorry. Wentz has thrown for 2 or more touchdowns in 8 games this season. He's running. He's doing everything that offense needs to do. They're at 6-6. That's not looking good, but they're getting better and better each week and moving up to take over that AFC South because the Titans are falling.
Okay, it's a debate show, Joe, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna beat you up all show today. Normally, I wouldn't do this to you, but here you go. Here's why, if the season ended today, it's not Carson Wentz. Because the Colts wouldn't even be in the freaking playoffs. You're going to give the MVP of the league to a non-playoff team? This is why Jonathan Taylor didn't make my list, who's the actual real MVP on that team. They win because of him. They run everything. I do like it, though. I like that you gave some love to Carson Wentz. But here's the real shocker, and here's the one that people are going to be like, dude, this guy is out of his mind. But from the Cincinnati Bengals, the MVP, if the season ended today, is none other than Joseph Mixon. Everybody's like, what is he talking? Wait, hold on. Did he just say Joe Mixon? Yes. Joe Mixon is playing his best football in the biggest games when they're needed. In two games against Pittsburgh, he's had some of his best rushing days. He went out to Vegas, got a lap dance, and busted you guys up a couple weeks ago. He's going to get the Chargers this weekend. I know it's supposed to be if it ended today. He's going to put up like 200 yards against our rush defense. I still think the Chargers are going to win. He's going to have a humongous game. I think he's like second or third in the league in rushing. I had Derrick Henry as the MVP, and then he gets a foot injury. I'd love to give the MVP to Jonathan Taylor, but I can't put on a 6-6 team that's not going to make the playoffs. Joe Mixon is helping Joe Burrow be better than what I think he's maybe capable of, right? Like the offensive line, we're giving a lot of credit as if they're getting better, but they've added weapons. Mixon is 4.5. He's on pace to have by far his best season in the NFL. And if the Bengals win the division and they go to the playoffs, and I'm telling you right now, on Monday, you're going to start to hear conversations about Joe Mixon being in the MVP race if he has a big day and they beat the Chargers and they're 8-4. I guarantee you're going to be like, Joe Mixon in the MVP conversation? It will happen, but you heard it here first. Joe Mixon, MVP.
Joe Mixon. You know what? I'll give you credit because we're talking about Bengals and we're talking about Colts as MVP. Like, that's crazy. Like, you never hear about that, especially a Bengal as a league MVP. But Joe Mixon has been balling out. We talked about him a little bit on our Monday show where you and I give out awards, and Joe Mixon has been dominating those awards. So, all right, I should have saw that coming, Tony. I should have saw that coming.
Here's one other thing. Like, this has typically been a quarterback award, but if you look at it, like, there's either been injuries or major inconsistencies at the position. Like, the MVP, as long as I can remember, hasn't been this wide open. Like, maybe there was a couple years where, like, the year Randy Moss had like 23 touchdowns where there was a strong case. I think there was a Calvin Johnson year, but the Lions were terrible. The year Adrian Peterson won it, he had like over 2,000 yards, but the Vikings team was good. Like, Joe Mixon could have 2,200 all-purpose yards and be on a playoff team. Kyler Murray's missed games. Brady's been inconsistent. Stafford isn't beating any winning teams, right? Aaron Rodgers has missed a game and had a terrible game against the Saints. Aaron Rodgers would probably be like third on my list. Like, I would probably go. So the list I wrote down was Mixon, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, just because I hate Aaron Rodgers. But if I was being real with myself, Aaron Rodgers would probably win the award. Like, the writers have no creativity or imagination. They just always seem to give it to a quarterback for the past couple of years. There's no quarterback that's like running away. Josh Allen was supposed to. Mahomes has not been sensational this year. Dak's on an 8-4 team, and they're winning with defense against shit football teams.
See, and you're speaking about Mahomes, I almost went with a non-quarterback myself because I told you I don't like when quarterbacks win. I almost went with Travis Kelce, who besides when Patrick Mahomes is not putting up all these points, Travis Kelce, week in and week out, has put up numbers and helped this team get to where they're going. He hasn't changed all year. That would be another guy that I would look at as a non-quarterback MVP.
Yeah, I also wanted to look outside of the box and talk a little defense. But, like, when you look at the Patriots, they've only given up like 190 points or something like that this year. It's really a team thing. Like, you could go J.C. Jackson has been really good. McCourty's been good. Van Noy. Like, they just kind of been all over playing so well. Maybe like Kevin Byard. I thought about Cooper Kupp, but if you look at it, he's just putting up sensational numbers against really bad football teams. In the games that the Rams are playing against winning teams, they're not winning them. Stafford or Kupp, however you want to look at it, isn't coming through in crunch time. No. So they need to win big games and get back on track. And some of those acquisitions they made need to start helping, like especially Von Miller needs to start getting after and putting pressure on quarterbacks in big games. This week, the Rams get the Jaguars. They get another cupcake team. So they will probably win, and people will be like, oh, the Rams are back. I don't know. I'm worried for Matthew Stafford because I like Stafford. But yeah, a Cooper Kupp, the numbers are going to be impressive, maybe break some records. I can't do it.
Well, you talked about the Patriots defense, Tony. Let's get into topic number 2.
Bills versus Patriots on Monday Night Football. Who's winning?
You like that? Because I forgot that there was actually a transition for the first question, and then I just found it. So it is what it is, right? I'm going to take the Patriots, Tony. I'm going to take the Patriots over the Bills on Monday Night Football. I'm starting to believe that Bill Belichick and Mac Jones have a little bit of magic. The Dolphins are the only team to defeat the Patriots this season in the AFC, right? That happened week 1. Week 1, 17-16 loss when what? Damian Harris fumbled the ball in field goal position. But you could tell, the Patriots have gotten better, and they're getting their playmakers involved. Bourne, Aguilar, they're getting involved. Hunter Henry's a touchdown machine, right? They're on a 6-game winning streak, Tony. It's about to be number 7. I've been talking about this for a while. 1 out of 4 teams that make that prior year that make the conference championship don't make the playoffs at all. The Buffalo Bills haven't been finishing games, and they're not clicking like they were last season. And we all talked about they needed to improve this offseason, and they didn't do it. They didn't go out there and improve. The Buffalo Bills went out there, got Emmanuel Sanders, and look, he was hot for a while. Now he's not. Mac Jones is the guy who's hot right now. Mac Jones and the Patriots come out Monday night. They put their stamp on the AFC West or the AFC East, and they're on their road to the AFC number 1 seed, Tony.
Okay. It's cute. What the Patriots have done is fun. We like it. It's a good narrative. Bill Belichick wants to, kind of bounce back from what Tom Brady did last year. But the actuality is Josh Allen is ready. The people of Buffalo are ready for them to put together back-to-back winning seasons. Right now, they're getting their tables ready, their ketchup and mustard. Everything is ready for Monday night. The bus is rolling into town. Louis Riddick and the boys. I don't know if the Manning cast is going to be on, but they are ready because they understand that this is the division on the line, and they've been bad at home. And the Buffalo Bills fans deserve better. And on Monday night, that's what's going to happen. Josh Allen is going to step back. He's going to take the smart reads in this game. It's not going to be pretty. This Monday Night Football game is going to be very defensive because I do think that the Bills have a good defense. They'll be able to get in there and slow down the run, which I think is going to be a big part of it. The Tre'Davious White injury really hurts, but Josh Allen is going to use his legs, take his checkdowns. We're going to see some Dawson Knox. We're going to see Cole Beasley or Gabe Davis or some sort of somebody that nobody has posters of Gabe Davis on their wall. He's taken away Stephon Diggs in this game. And I think that actually he might be looking at Dawson Knox too, because that seems to be a real sense of comfort, especially in the red zone for him. But Josh Allen is going to do what Bills fans have deserved for a very long time. And that is deliver a giant 5-fingered hello to the face of Bill Belichick. He's not even going to need to cut his sleeves off because Josh Allen is going to slap the sleeves off of Bill Belichick's hoodie on Monday Night Football. Buffalo Bills, they're going to win by a dozen, Joe.
No way. No, I don't see it. I don't see the Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills have been up and down so much this year. Felt case here, Tony. Just want to let you guys know. But I don't know. I'm believing in the magic, like I told you. And you said defense, that you talked about how great that New England defense has been playing. And you already know Bill Belichick studies and builds his team for his division. And he knows the Buffalo Bills had that 1 year in the sun, and he's coming for it. He's coming for the Bills. He's coming for Tom Brady. and he's coming to show everybody that Mac Jones was the best quarterback in that draft.
Okay, it's not going to be Mac Jones. It's going to be a dose of Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris. But the Bills defense, I forget, they got gashed by somebody a couple weeks ago. Who was it? Jonathan Taylor had like 4 TDs on him or whatever. I think that they're going to be able to get that situation figured out. They're going to be fine on Monday night, play defense, and it's the home crowd. Like, they have disappointed in front of that crowd so many times. I really feel like now they turn the corner. And maybe we're talking about Josh Allen our opening question was about MVPs. Maybe on Tuesday morning after he gets the win against Billy Boy, we're talking about Josh Allen in the driver's seat because the award is up for grabs. I mean, if I freaking nominated Joe Mixon, you don't think a good game from Josh Allen and leading in the AFC would help him out there? Because that's really what this game is for. The Titans have fallen off. The Chiefs are battling for it. This game could be for the bye right here. And I think that's why Josh Allen is going to show up and he's going to be smashing some folding tables. But I see it, okay. I'm with you.
I think that's why the Patriots win, because of how much is at stake. But we'll agree to disagree, and we'll go on to topic number 3 because we'll let everybody in the comments vote. Tony or me. If you're voting for Tony, go ahead and put Tony. If you're going to vote for me, put Joe. Doesn't matter, but all I know is Mac Jones.
Should the Browns move on from Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield, Tony. I'll go. I guess it's been a topic, right? So I've been going first all the time. So might as well keep it going. I personally don't think the Browns should move on from Baker Mayfield. This is the best quarterback they've had since what, Tony? Since they started the franchise back up in 1999. This guy goes out there and he gets knocked around week in and week out and still takes his body out on the line and puts it on the line each and every week. The problem in Cleveland, Tony, is not Baker Mayfield. It's that they want a hard-nosed team, right? One of those teams that go out there and work hard and put their nose down and grind, right? That's what they want. But they put a bunch of divas on that team. When Baker Mayfield is out there playing with a bunch of nobodies like Peoples-Jones, and you know who I'm talking about, all these nobodies instead of Landry or Odell Beckham, the offense seems like they're moving better. They're moving the ball. Why? Because he's playing with people just like him that love the game of football and want to play. These so-called no-name guys that they know that 1 or 2 catches a game is going to be good for them, Tony. They know that could equal a win, and they're loving it, right? They're not looking to get 10 catches for 47 yards or whatever Odell Beckham would be happy with, or Jarvis Landry. They're looking for the W and not stats, right? Not the stats. So I don't think Baker Mayfield is the problem. Like I said, he is the best quarterback there. Who are you going to replace him with? There's not many options out there that are better than Baker Mayfield. And do Browns fans really want to go back to adding names to that Tim Couch jersey until they find another guy just like Baker Mayfield?
So here's the issue with Baker. If I just started listing off quarterbacks, it would be a long way before we got to, you'd rather have him than Baker. And that also comes with young guys, right? Like, you might get all the way down to that Tua tier before you actually go, I think I'll keep Baker. So we're talking like down in the 20s somewhere of where Baker Mayfield is. This team has got a top flight defense. They've got the best 1-2 running back combination. Like, we're talking maybe in, dare I say, like, running backfields. This might be the best backfield that I've ever seen talent-wise. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Like, I'm racking my brain right now thinking to myself that, like, which backfields could be better. So then what's the issue? Why last year they were able to get over the hump? They had the Chiefs on the ropes or whatever it was. Like, they were right there, but you didn't actually think they were going to win. This year they come in. I said they were going to the Super Bowl. They can't go to the Super Bowl. The Ravens tried to give them that last game and Baker couldn't take it. Like, that is those kind of games are like the games that Tim Tebow used to win. Even if you are a guy that lacks the arm talent or the mobility, like he's not elite at anything, not even like his intellect, not even his pre-snap read is like, oh, he's already identified where it's going. He has a little bit of hero ball in him. He's fun. They love to see him at baseball games in the offseason chugging beers and whatever. And it's been good for the city. It's given them a little bit of hope. But for them to have real legitimate hope, they need to go and get themselves a quarterback who's going to be able to get them over the hump. It's just that otherwise they're going to waste the prime of Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. They went out and spent money on these safeties. They got JOK in the draft. Like, this defense makes plays. They need somebody on the offensive side to match that, and it's just not Baker.
What's up, Bodo Winner? Okay, talking in the house. He says that's not a big accomplishment to be the best quarterback in Browns history. It's not, but as a team that takes a while and goes through quarterbacks, I'm a quarterback, and I'm in a fan base that we don't get great quarterbacks, right? We have Derek Carr, and we're kind of in the same situation as the Browns, and that's why I'm looking at it as that situation. Like, I don't want to go and rebuild and hope that a quarterback from the draft is better. Now, can you go out there and overspend for an injured old Russell Wilson? Maybe. Is that going to improve your team? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's out there? Like, Russell Wilson at his age, going to be injury prone, is better than Baker Mayfield?
If you told me that I was going to get 4 years of Russ, I have a much better chance at a Super Bowl with Russ than I do with Baker.
Okay. It is what it is. I wouldn't take Russ right now. I think he's hurting. I don't know. I'm giving Baker the benefit of the doubt, and that's just me. Let's see what they say.
So I'll do this as quickly as I can. Just in his own division, I'd rather have Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Right? If we went out east, I'd rather have the potential that Mac Jones has already shown as a rookie. I'd rather have Josh Allen, and I might even rather have just the unknown of Zach Wilson. Like, Carson Wentz, I'd rather have him. I'd rather have Ryan Tannehill, but that's like very close. And out west, I'd rather have Herbert. I'd rather have Mahomes. I'd rather have Derek Carr, and screw the Broncos. I don't really want any of that. So, like, already just in the AFC, there's like 10 or 12 quarterbacks that I feel would have a better chance at winning a Super Bowl than Baker. And that sucks because I like Baker. He's going to have a great post-career in the NFL. But the Browns are ready to win. This division was wide open. Lamar has played very subpar this year. Ben Roethlisberger is a statue who is cooked. He is done. It is inedible, whatever the right word is. It is finished for him. And then the Bengals, that's who you're letting leapfrog you in like the team that's ready? The freaking Bengals are leapfrogging you? It's bad. It's bleak for Baker in Cleveland. I'd move on as much as it sucks. And the thing is, there's no better spot for Baker. He's not going to land in another spot that's going to be better where he's going to win games. What team is going to offer him this running game and that defense where he can go and start right now? Russ would be MVP candidate.
See, Norm is telling us that he must be a Browns fan, and he's saying that it's a ridiculous question. It's not a ridiculous question because the Browns have to guarantee Baker Mayfield $18 million next year, $18.85 million for the 2022 season. They can pull that back, save all that money, go after who they want. Do the Browns care about salary cap? No, they have one of the highest in the league, so it's not a big deal. But to guarantee that kind of money to a quarterback, and then is Baker going to play on that? Because most quarterbacks get to their fifth-year option, and they go, hey, I want that bigger contract now. So will Baker hold out or do whatever he needs to do? It is a total one, because after the 2022 season, you're going to go into the 2022 season with a quarterback that you don't trust. That's what the main question is, right? Is if you don't trust them enough at the end of this season to go in the next season, why are you going to pay him? Why are you going to spend one more season with him just because he's cheap?
So I think Baker does stick around, right? I'm taking the question as, is there a Is there a better destination for him? Can Cleveland win with him? Is there a potential for an upgrade, right? I don't necessarily know that option exists because, like Norman says, nobody's going to play for Cleveland. None of these, like even on the cities that Russ said, him and Sierra aren't relocating to the Midwest. I like Cleveland. I've been there before. Russ ain't trying to build his brand in Cleveland. Even LeBron has left Cleveland twice, and he's from Akron, which is like 50-minute drive away from there. He's not trying to stick around. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to leave Green Bay to go to Cleveland. Like, they're not going to get any of those guys. What I'm simply saying is Kevin Stefanski, I believe, was the offensive coordinator or the quarterback's coach or whatever with Case Keenum, who's now his backup and was like 13-3 with the Vikings that one year. And they were like a step away from the Super Bowl. Like, this system can work and it could be there. And then you're talking about that he's playing injured. Yeah, he's playing injured, but that's part of the evaluation process. Favre played with injuries every single year. He was like torn biceps and broken thumbs and whatever else. Like, the Browns shouldn't keep him. I think that he signs not a team-friendly deal, but I think he stays in Cleveland and he's there. I'm just not confident that this team that we're seeing now, the team I said that was going to go to the Super Bowl, is ever going to get there. The one with this defense and those two running backs.
No, and it's just a question that we throw out, and that's why it's a sports debate show. Throw topics out there and debate it back and forth, and let somebody choose a winner, and we won't choose the winner. But you made some good points about Baker Mayfield, Tony, and I'm not gonna go away from it because, like somebody said, I think it was Phil K. He's still young. He's only 26 years old, and he's getting. I don't know. You're building that team around a running game. Get them involved. Like, hey, hand the ball off. Don't make the mistakes. You're good to go, and we'll continue to pay him. I just don't see anybody better than Baker Mayfield at this point. That's why I'm staying with him.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. The Browns are.
Let's go Iowa.
The Browns have a real chance to win. Steelers are going to be rebuilding with a quarterback position. I think the Ravens are a team that is very reliant on Lamar Jackson right now. We'll see what happens with the talent and whatever they do in the offseason. And the Bengals are rebuilding too. Like, they're learning how to win. The Browns made the playoffs last year. They should have made the playoffs again this year, and they're not going to. They're last place in that division, and the loss on Sunday Night Football, they're going to be without another trip to the playoffs, and then they're going to have to restart again next year. Good thing they'll get a last place schedule. That might help them out a little bit. I think Baker's under center next year, so it doesn't even matter. Like, there's not going to be a ton of QB movement. As much as fans, we'd like to move and shift places around, Baker will still be there. I just don't have a lot of hope for what I'm seeing out of Baker Mayfield. And I wanted it to be better.
Yeah. And then, no, I was going to say more, but I'll just end it there. Great topics, Tony. Good show today. Appreciate you coming on, taking Mike's spot. It's better to have you than Mike any day. I'll tell you that. For you guys that are tuned in, Bodo Winter, Fel K, Norman, who else was in here? There's a couple other people, right, that I don't want to miss everybody. Afix, Boda Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys join us. Is there a show tomorrow, Tony?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Mike for Speakeasy or not.
Maybe Speakeasy tomorrow. If not, go check out Fantasy Football Boot Camp and all the other stuff that's posted on the website. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, you don't want to miss Tony Tucker. You don't want to miss the Fantasy Football wish list and Scotty and Mike coming on and giving you those last-minute fantasy advice because we're in Week 13. 2 weeks left of fantasy football. Some of you guys might be on that bubble of needing to make the playoffs. So come get Tony's advice because he's been helping me all season, and I'm going to the playoffs.
I love it. Joe, I think this is the last thing I got to say here. I think Fel K's doing some of that Dak Prescott cowboy math over there. He's got you winning 2-1. There's something broken over there. It ain't working.
But I'll take it.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. 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 Step into I'm with Mike on the mic and Joe Morley. About to bring you more heat.